Okay, so here's the thing. You know exactly how much is in your checking account right now. You know when the mortgage is due. You know when that the electric bill is higher than usual this month. You know that the car insurance renews in 6 weeks. You know that you need to move money before the credit cards post. You know all of this. And none of it is written down anywhere. It's all in your head, right? That's financial mental load. And it's not just stressful, it's exhausting. Exhausting in a way that has nothing to do with how much money you actually have. Hey, I'm Tamberly, and I help professional women unload the mental load using the EOD system. In this video, I'm breaking down the 7 money tasks that are quietly draining your energy and exactly what to do about them. So let's get into it. So let's define this. What is financial mental load? Financial mental load is the invisible cognitive work of managing your money. It's not just paying bills, it's the constant background tracking, knowing what's due, what's coming up, what's low, what needs attention, what you're worried about at the same time, all the time. Here's an example. It's not just paying your electric bill. It's noticing that it's higher than usual. It's wondering if you left something on. It's mentally calculating whether you need to adjust your budget this month. It's remembering to check the account before it posts. It's deciding whether to transfer from savings. It's carrying the low level financial anxiety in the background, even when you're trying to just relax. The actual payment takes 2 minutes to do, right? The mental work around it, that's been running in the background for days, though. And here's what makes financial mental load different from other types. It never fully turns off because money touches everything, right? And the fear of getting it wrong keeps you in constant alert. So let's talk about what this actually looks like. I'm going to give you 7 financial tasks that are quietly draining your energy. You know every bill you have. You know when each one is due. You know which ones are on Autopay and which ones you have mentally. You know which ones are on Autopay and you know which ones you have to manually submit. You know which account each one pulls from. And you know the ones that fluctuate and the ones that are fixed. You're tracking all of this in your head every month without fail. Because if you miss one, there are consequences, right? This is financial mental load. You're not just spending money. You're mentally tracking it in real time in your head. You know roughly how much is left before the next paycheck. You're doing mental math at the grocery store. You're calculating whether a purchase is okay right now or if you should wait. You're running a live budget in your head every day, all day. That is financial mental load. You have subscriptions, streaming services, apps, memberships, annual renewals. Some you use, some you forgot about, and some you meant to cancel 3 months ago. You're carrying every mental weight of knowing they exist, wondering if they're worth it, and telling yourself you'll deal with it later, while they quietly pull from your account every month. This is financial mental load. You're not just managing today's money, you're thinking about the future, retirement, energy, emergency funds, paying off debt, saving for something big. You know what you should be doing, you know you're not doing enough of it, and the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It lives in your head as a constant low level worry. That is financial mental load. You know when your health insurance renews. You know your deductibles. You know which providers are in network. You know when the car insurance is due, whether you got the best rates, you know when open enrollment is, and what you need to change. You're managing a portfolio of insurance products, and the cognitive work is understanding, tracking, and optimizing what falls entirely on you. This is financial mental load. Tax season isn't just 1 month. The mental load of tax season runs all year round. You're tracking deductions, you're saving receipts, you're wondering if you need to adjust your withholdings, you're thinking about what you owe and what you're getting back. You're gathering documents. You're wondering if you should hire someone or just do it yourself. And even after you file, you're wondering if you did it right. This is financial mental load. And finally, every financial decision, big or small, takes mental energy. Should I buy this or wait? Should I put this on the card or pay in cash? Should I invest this or keep it liquid? Should I pay extra on the mortgage or buy the emergency fund? Every decision requires information, analysis, and judgment. And when you're making dozens of these decisions every week, on top of everything else, you hit a wall. That is financial decision fatigue, and it's real. This is financial mental load. So here's the good news. You don't have to carry it all in your head. And I'm going to show you how to exactly reduce the load using the EOD system. EOD stands for Externalize, Organize, and Design. So let me walk you through it. The first step is to externalize. Get everything out of your head. Tonight, take 10 minutes and do a financial brain dump. Write down every money task that you're tracking, every bill, every subscription, every financial worry, every goal you're behind on, every decision you've been putting off. Don't filter it, don't organize it, just get it out of your head. Because as long as it's in your head, it's taking up mental space and creating low level anxiety. Once it's on paper, you can see it clearly and you can start to deal with it. So externalize, get it out. The second step is to organize. And this is where AI becomes your best financial thinking partner. So take your brain dump and paste it into ChatGPT. I'm going to drop a prompt in the description. Ask the AI to categorize your financial tasks: bills, subscriptions, savings goals, insurance, taxes. Ask it to identify what's urgent versus what's important. Ask it to suggest what could be automated, what could be simplified, and what should you tackle first. Now, the AI won't manage your money, but it will help you organize your thinking so that you can make better decisions with less mental energy. So organize. Use AI as your thinking partner. And the third step is to design. Create one system so the financial mental load doesn't keep repeating. I'm going to give you 3 simple systems that you can create this week. The first system is a financial dashboard. Create one simple document or use a free app like Mint, YNAB, or even just a Google Sheet where all your financial information live in one place. Bills, due dates, balances, subscriptions, everything visible at a glance. Now you don't have to hold it all in your head. System 2, Autopay for fixed bills. Set up Autopay for every fixed bill you have: mortgage, car payment, utilities, subscriptions you actually use now, okay? Now you're not tracking due dates. The system handles it for you. And in System 3, a weekly money check-in. Set aside maybe 10 minutes every week, same day, same time, to review your accounts, check your budget, and make any necessary moves. Now you're not thinking about money all week. You have a designated time for it. And outside of that time, you can let it go. So pick one of these systems and implement it this week. Just one, start there. So now let me get a little personal with you for a second. I used to track everything financially in my head: every bill, every due date, every account balance, every financial worry. And I was doing it alone. As a single mom with one income and no financial safety net, I was doing it alone. The anxiety was constant, not because I was bad with money, but because I was holding all of it in my mind with no system to support me. And back then, I didn't have AI. I didn't have the EOD system. What I had was a notebook, a lot of sticky notes, a planner that I didn't use, and a lot of stress. But here's what I know now: the problem wasn't my finances. The problem was that I had no system for managing the mental work of finances. It all lived inside of my head. And that's what made it so heavy. And when I finally externalized it, I got it all out of my head and into a system. The anxiety didn't disappear though, but it got manageable for me because I couldn't see it, I could organize it, and I could stop carrying it in my head 24 hours. Now, what I use is a Google spreadsheet for bill tracking, and it is very 100% on time for me. So, find your system and use it. And so, with that said, that's what the EOD system does. It's what it does for me. It doesn't fix your finances, it fixes the mental load of managing it. And that changes everything, right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to try this tonight. Download the free 20-minute EOD reset challenge. It walks you through all three steps: externalize, organize, and design, so that you can clear your financial mental load before bed. The link is in the description. It's free and it only takes 20 minutes and it works. And I want to hear from you. What's one financial task that lives written free in your head? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. I read and respond to every comment. And if this video helped you, hit the subscription button. I post new mental load strategies every Tuesday and Sunday, and you don't want to miss.
Thanks for watching. If you're designing a life less loaded, subscribe and join the community. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. See you next time.